I'm glad you asked me that. I want the people everywhere to know that I bear no personal animosity towards Henry Drummond. There was a time when we were on the same side of the fence. He gave me active support in my campaign in 1908, and I welcomed it. But I say now, if my own brother opposed the fate of millions as Mr. Drummond is doing, I would oppose him still.
So, could you state your name and your involvement with All-In-Act's production of Inherent to Win?
My name is David W. Mitchell. I'm the artistic director of All-In-Act Theater and co-owner, and I portray Matthew Harrison Brady in the show.
Okay, so let's go with your role as artistic director first. Why choose this show?
Well, we choose a classic drama every fall, and we have done previously 12 Angry Men and Of Mice and Men, and we have done Virginia Woolf, and this seemed like a good American based on a true story drama to present that had, not only creating an entire town or the feeling of an entire town, but covering a subject matter that's still relevant today.
So why is it still relevant today?
Well, because we are still trying to be legislated in how we believe and what to think in many of the issues that are brought about today. And every time there is a cultural change, there's a sort of shock that occurs, and the oldest generation has the hardest trouble adapting to it. And I think that is really what makes this show very relevant in regards of the right to think, the right of the individual to think, and the right to believe, and the right, as my opponent in the show says, the right to be wrong.
So, with your role as Matthew Harrison Brady, how did you begin approaching it? You first open it, you look at it. What's the first thought that goes through your head?
For me, a lot of times it's finding the voice, the character's voice, and from them I start to dig through my personal experiences. With him being such a religious character, religiously charged character, and having grown up all 12 years in Catholic school with fundamentalist parents, I was able to dig into some of their beliefs and how they differ from my beliefs, and use those as a trampoline to dive into the character.
Now, did you have any point during the production where you kind of, hit a wall or a stopping place? And if you did, how did you get through it?
Actually, for me, the biggest wall was to not do it Southern, because there's a meter written into it. And what I decided to do was change the words that I would normally emphasize. Like, instead of saying, I could only wish one thing, I changed it to I could only wish one thing, and carrying that through the rest of the words in the script helped me define the voice and define the person.
What are you enjoying most about working on this production?
Several things. The involvement of such a large cast on this fantastic set. My interactions with Michael Burns, who I've never actually had more than 6 lines of dialogue with in a show, and the intensity of the sly looks and the hatred of subject matter that you convey with your eyes across the courtroom. There's a lot of nonverbal cues as well as verbal cues, and being able to play such an older character. I mean, Brady's in his late 60s, early 70s, which clearly I'm not, other than the weight in my hair. And combining all those elements of the voice and the mannerisms and the dress and being on stage with Michael, which is a new dynamic for me, is really what makes this enjoyable.
So for those that come to see the show, what would you like them to take away from it?
I would like them to maybe re-examine some of their thoughts about, we hear a lot of, you get to a certain age, and even I'm doing it, in my 40s, these kids today, they think this and that, and maybe to, take a look at where you came from and where you are, and true progress is probably somewhere in the middle.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you.